Greetings and welcome to another edition of The Fan Perspective. I am your host Nathan Lyle. It is Friday, which means another edition of NBA Weekly, and here's what's been on tap for the past few days. The longest winning streaks in the league belong to the Thunder, who have won 5 in a row, the Mavericks, who have won 4 in a row, and the Clippers, who have won 3 in a row. The Bobcats, Timberwolves, and Rockets have all lost 5 games in a row. The Blazers have lost 4 in a row, and the Grizzlies and Raptors have lost 3 in a row. Currently, the Thunder, Clippers, and Spurs are at the top of the league. They are the only 3 teams with 30 wins this season and are the only teams with a win percentage above 700. Meanwhile, Charlotte and Washington have yet to reach double-digit wins. Charlotte still only has 9 wins on the year, while Washington only has 7, and Cleveland just barely got their 10th win this week. And a few milestones. First and foremost, the biggest news going around the league is that at the age of 28, Lebron James became the youngest person ever to reach 20,000 career points. And let's point out that he is only the 8th quickest player to that mark. It's sometimes easy to forget that he started straight out of high school. He is in his 10th season. Wilt Chamberlain was the quickest to 20,000 points, achieving that mark in his 7th season. Either way, though, it's still a nice little thing to add to your resume. So congratulations to LeBron. And also in that same game, he also reached 5,000 career assists. On to the next one. Kobe is now only the 26th player in NBA history to have played in 1,200 career games. Kevin Garnett is only 3 played games behind Mark Jackson for 13th on the all-time list. Richard Hamilton and Elton Brand only need to play 4 more games to reach 900 for their career. Kobe is now 25 made free throws behind Oscar Robertson for 3rd on the all-time list. 3rd, number 3. That would mean only 2 people in front of him. That's not a lot of people. Tim Duncan is 25 career rebounds behind Jerry Lucas for 15th on the all-time list. Jason Kidd needs 16 more assists to become only the 2nd player in NBA history to reach 12,000 for his career. 12,000. That's a lot. Kobe only needs 21 more steals to become only the 15th player in NBA history with 1,800 for his career. And Shawn Marion needs 7 more to reach 1,600 for his career. And Dirk Nowitzki is 56 career points behind Allen Iverson for 18th on the all-time list. And a few games that I'm looking forward to this coming week. On Friday, which is today, we have the Rockets at the Pacers. It's the first of only 2 meetings between these teams as James Harden and Paul George face off for what should be one hell of a showdown. And then you've got the Warriors at the Spurs. The Warriors have been surprisingly good this season, but they will be tested going up against one of the league's best. This is the first time they've played the Spurs this season, and the Spurs have only lost 2 games at home all season long. On Saturday, we have the Grizzlies at the Bulls. This will be the last time these 2 teams see each other unless they meet in the finals. And in their first meeting, there was plenty of defense as the Grizzlies won 80-71. And on Sunday, the Thunder at the Nuggets. There was plenty of excitement last time these two teams played. And 4 days later, they face off against each other again, this time in Denver. We'll see if that changes anything. And then on Monday, we've got the Pacers at the Grizzlies. 2 gritty teams meeting for the 2nd and probably final time this season. Randolph and Gasol versus Hibbert and West. I mean, this should just be a great matchup to watch. And then you've also got the Nets at the Knicks. The last regular season matchup for these teams. Brooklyn won the first time, but New York has dominated since. And Brooklyn is hoping to even the series out. And then you've got the Clippers at the Warriors, division rivals meeting for the final time in the regular season as the Clippers are hoping to even the series at 2 apiece. And then you've got the Lakers at the Bulls, and this is a kind of nostalgic game, I guess, because remember the 90s when everybody waited all season long for this matchup? How far the mighty have fallen. This is a true test for the Lakers as they continue trying to push their way back into the playoff race. And anyways, that's it for this week's game, for this week's episode. Tune in next week on Tuesday for another edition of NBA Weekly. For the football fans, tune in tomorrow for Fan Awards. Tune in Sunday for Fan Awards and predictions for the two more playoff games. And until then, I am your host, Nathan Lyle. This has been The Fan Perspective. Happy Friday to everyone, and to all a good night. I'm going to bed.